Hello everyone, my name is Martin Bialas, I'm a member of Atavism team, and today I will present you how to configure Atavism mounts. So let's start. So first of all we will use SFBay or Infinity PBR Dragon, which you can get from the Unity Asset Store. And I already imported this package and just adjusted the textures so do not have to use substances. So I've got my mob in the resources mobs SFBay directory, and here we got Dragon mount with almost pretty default components on it, except this one Atavism audio play script, which is basically responsible for handling audio events. So for this tutorial we will use example of such mount, which is included in the Atavism package. It's the horse mount, and we will just get components and copy components from this prefab, and we will add them on our dragon. So let's copy them. Let's copy component, dragon mount. Let's add this one. And character component, we can just add the component directly. Let's put the character controller here. And let's drag our prefab in the scene so we could see what's going on, and so we could adjust the character component capsule. So let's adjust the capsule. It should be probably more in the y-axis. And let's increase the radius to something like this one. Maybe a bit too low. Let's say 1.5 and 1.5. So this character controller capsule will be used for this dragon movement, and it will be also responsible for targeting this mount by other players. So now we got character controller adjusted. Let's just move through the Atavism mount script. So basically we got mount socket, and mount socket should be localized somewhere in the bone, this mount bone structure. So let's expand it. We got already mount point here. It's a bit lower than I think it should be, so we can move it up. If you don't have mount point here, we can just add it by just clicking right mouse button and create empty. Let's name it like mount point, and we got this mount point here. So you will see how to adjust it from the scratch. And then let's just drag the mount point here. Then we got character socket. it's basically for our character. So this is the socket of our character, which will be bound to the mount point. So we got pelvis here, and we got a rider animation. This rider animation is basically, if you will, we'll move to Atavism objects and our animation controller. By default, you will see that we got mount animation here, and we got parameters, and here is the mount parameter, which is the same mount parameter like rider animation here. So if the mount parameter will be true, like here, if the mount parameter will be true, then from idle we have transition to our mount animation. By default, you should find there unarmed idle animation. It's only for presentation purpose, but we can set it to any animation you want. And if the transition, if this parameter will be false, then it will make the transition from mount to idle. Important element is that we shouldn't have has exit time ticked here, so this checkbox should be unticked. It's basically responsible for exit time, so we wouldn't have to wait until the whole animation will be played, and instead, if the parameter will change, we should just be able to play proper animation instantly. So we got our dragon, and we should then adjust our controller for our dragon, because it has to have its own controller and its own configuration, proper configuration. So let's move to the resources directory and to our horse. Let's just select the horse animator controller, and we can duplicate this. Let's rename it like dragon animator controller, and let's open it. So now we should apply our dragon animations. So instead horse run, horse walk, we can skip the jump, and horse idle, we will just attach different animations here. So let's move to our dragon directory to find the animations for our dragon. I already have the animation controller here adjusted, but I will just head to our model animations. So by default it's in the SF-based studios, SF by Dragon, and we got game ready files here, but you can have this model with animation a bit different directory, but it's basically Dragon Master 05 demo. And here we should just find proper or suitable for us, suitable animation for us. So we got fly animation. Let's check it. Seems fine. And we got fly idle, like an idle animation. So we will use it as well. So let's move back to our dragon animation controller. So back to resources. And our dragon animation, so we should check if we got proper animation controller open. We got dragon animator controller here, and let's click on the state, and let's navigate to our SFB dragon model, and let's drag the fly animation here. For the walk, let's drag the fly as well, and for the idle, let's drag the fly idle, for example. For different mounts, different mobs, you can just drag different animations, whatever will be more suitable for you. So now we got dragon mount, and we should just attach the proper controller for this mount. So let's again move back to our horse, and we got the dragon animation here, animator, and let's drag it here. So this is almost all the configuration. Now we should just open Atavism editor by heading into the window Atavism online section, and here in the mobs, NPCs, in the combat effects, we should just duplicate the horse. So we got brown horse mount effect. Let's duplicate it. Let's change the name. For example, dragon mount effect. This dragon will have the model which is located in the resources mobs SFB as we defined it before. So we got dragon mount here. Let's drag it. So we got model. Mount type is flying, so it's fine. I think by default horse should be ground. We can set 3 types of mount type here. And let's hit save. So we got dragon mount effect. Let's duplicate ability as well. So in the combat abilities section, we got brown horse mount, so let's duplicate it as well. And of course, let's change its name to dragon mount, and let's save it for now. And we are using item to summon our mount, but it can be ability connected directly to some kind of skills like mount skills or something like that, which you will be able to level up. And if you will level up, you can gain new mounts, of course. So there are many variations which you can use. For this tutorial, we are using items, and this similar item you will get from Atavism package. So there is brown horse whistle item, which basically is responsible for usability effect brown horse mount. So it will be basically use an ability brown horse mount, which will invoke the effect brown horse mount effect. So let's duplicate this item. Let's rename it. Let's name it Dragon Whistle. Let's save it. And basically, oh, I forgot to attach the effect to ability. So let's navigate back to dragon mount, and here you should find brown horse mount for the dragon is not properly. So let's navigate to dragon. Let's put the name in the filter field, and let's hit save. And the same for the item. So for the item, we should just dragon. We should just set the dragon mount for the ability. Let's save it. Let's restart the server. And let's apply the prefab which we had in the scene. Because we got our mount point in addition to our model, so Atavism could know where to bind our character. We can keep it for now, because maybe we will have to adjust this this mount point a bit in the later stage. So let's log in. Let's enter the world. So you can basically use any kind of model with proper animations, like tigers, lizards, dragons, horses, and so on. So if you just have a proper model with animations, you can use it for the Atavism mounts. Okay, so we are in game. Let's just get the item. As you can see, we got a bit different UI in this version because it's beta 2018.3. So let's generate an item. We called it the dragon whistle. So we got the dragon whistle, amount 1. Let's open our inventory and let's summon dragon. And as you can see, our character is a bit in the wrong direction. So now in the play mode, we can adjust it by just selecting our dragon. Let's navigate to our mount socket by clicking it. And then let's just rotate and change the position of our socket. Okay, so in the scene view, let's click the mount point. We can hit pause and let's just rotate it. We can change the height of the mount point. It's also not proper animation because it's an unarmed idle animation, but you will see how to configure it. So let's just copy component. We can now exit the play mode, and for our dragon and mount point, let's just paste component values here. So we get same values as we had in our play mode. Let's apply it to our prefab and let's hit play again. Let's log in. And let's enter the world. So in the next step, after we will adjust this animation, I will show you how to use different animation which is designed for this dragon by SF-based studios. So in his package you will find it's more or less fine, right? So we can fly on this mount out of the box. Not perfect, but yeah, it's a unarmed idle animation, so no wonder, right? So let's we can do it in the runtime. Let's just change the animation. We will try to do this. And in the SFBay directory models, we had also human dragon rider model with animations. So let's click it and let's find proper animation for our rider, which will be maybe more suitable for it. So we got fly idle, or maybe just idle. Maybe this one will be more appropriate. But as you can see, it's a bit in the middle air. So let's adjust this animation. So let's scroll down and let's change root transfer position to, for example, center of mass. And okay, so the arrow will be probably right now. And let's change the animation of our rider. So let's navigate back to Atavism objects, our animator, and let's switch the mount animation to our new rider animation. So SFBay dragon models, and let's drag the idle animation here. So as you can see, this animation is a bit different. So we should just navigate to our dragon again and to our mount point to just adjust it. Let's pause it. Let's adjust it, maybe a bit rotate. Okay, much better. And now let's just copy the component. We can unpause it. And we can see that we get much better animation here for our dragon. And just to save these values, we should go back to our dragon, our mount point, and just paste component values. Let's apply the prefab. We can now remove the dragon mount from here. Let's save the scene. And let's hit play again to see what results we got here. Let's log in. Let's enter the world. We logged out on our mount, so we should be logged in on the mount as well. And we have our mount here. So we are here. Our animation is fine. We can fly on our mount. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. This is how we configured it for our fly-through presentation for Atavism 2019.2. And you can adjust it, you can configure it for any kind of mob, any kind of mount you want. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like it, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.